But if you're a loyal reader of the Star Advertiser, or Hawaii Business, or PBN, or any of these print publications, you probably cut us some slack, you know. So you're reading the story, and you trust this media, so you're going to read a few paragraphs in before you decide, I'm going to give up on the story. It really doesn't sound interesting. It doesn't appeal to me. Think about how a lot of people are consuming media now. They're getting it through Facebook and something, and that it's from a medium that they have no loyalty to. So if the headline doesn't grab them, if the lead doesn't grab them, they'll move on to the next tweet or the next Facebook post or something. So that's how you have to think when you're framing your pitches to us, because we're operating that same landscape. And I'm sorry, this young lady has way more time than I do. I don't have half an hour to have coffee with everyone. I'm sorry. I barely have time to have coffee with my wife. So, you know, that's the reality. I'm sorry, I'm supervising people, I'm speaking at events like this, I'm doing a million things that I didn't used to do when I first became an editor. And that's the reality of this world. So, you know, have that pitch refined, bounce it off somebody else in your office. And when it comes to me and it's that great lead, I'm sold.
And make sure that subject line is awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Here's what I would like to do. I've just been informed we have a little more time. If you don't mind, we could do this item spread. Here's what I'd like to do if we could. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to do like a case study and have her talk about her organization. Can we do that? And then maybe give her some feedback. And you probably will all find something to bite on, I'm guessing. Do you mind if we use you? That's
Come on, Jamie.
I'm open. Yeah, what's the name of your organization?
So it's called Distinguished Women in Hawaiian History, and it's a community-based program. We give annual community events at the Mission Memorial Auditorium at Hawaii Convention Center. We bring women's history programs into our schools, Barrington High School, Kamehameha School, some charters. We've had really wonderful media coverage over the years. We've been on a 2-year hiatus. We're kicking up into high gear in January, coming back. We've done 7 previous years. The Honolulu Star Advertiser, great. KITV, all the news agencies have given us morning programs in that. Honolulu Magazine gave us great calendar, and the Honolulu Weekly. So we've had really lovely input from the media, but we need to take that up in where we need to go in the future, because we're coming off a 2-year hiatus.
Okay. What questions do you guys have for her?
So what does the program look like?
So it's women's storytelling. So it's predominantly Native Hawaiian stories, but not exclusively. So one of the programs we did in 2013 was Women of World War II Hawaii. So we talked about the Native Hawaiian. One of the great Native Hawaiian stories was the lei makers, who ended up being camouflage net makers, and Eric Benham Kukui and some really great icons were associated with that story. And each one we try to theme it differently. They're women warriors of King Kamehameha's armies, and it goes on and on. But it's very inclusive, and that narrows our storytelling from the male perspective into developing the female. And it draws academics from the universities, it draws Laos who tell stories through dance, it draws poetry people, it draws musicians. So it's inclusive storytelling on women's voice, but in a very accessible way.
So are you going into the classrooms and doing like a workshop, or like what does it look like?
When we bring it into the classrooms in the schools, we'll bring portions of our program in there, and we'll try, like we did one with women pilots. We'll bring women pilots and we'll talk about aviation. And there can be some real raw interchange because some of these female pilots have come off some tough times in Iraq and Afghanistan. So it's a humanities program. So it's creating a sense of empathy for others, regardless how that other may self-identify.
I mean, I love it. I think that if you can let me come with you with a camera to the classroom, I mean, that story, like, you guys can all see it, right? Like, it's just like, it's done. Easy. You shoot an interview with the storyteller, you shoot some B-roll of them doing their studies in class, talking, you shoot some of the exchange, you interview a teacher, and maybe you can get permission to a student. The biggest hurdle is getting a camera
why you're coming off hiatus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, how come 2-year hiatus and then what's the comeback? How did that happen?
On us, it's about age group. So most of the women involved in our program are in their late 40s and mid-50s. And it was really about a changing family dynamic. People's lives change dramatically, taking over the caring of their parents.
Right.
And families' relationships change. And we just said, okay guys, we're going to cool it out. People can get things together in your homes. And we'll start fresh. And that's where we're coming off. And family medical emergencies are now stabilized. And so it was a lot of those kind of things that happen in people's lives.
So it's a work-life balance.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I can see that being a good business.
One of the things that, I'm a history, I love history, I read a lot of history, but one of the challenges you have when you're telling history stories is that people say, well, you know, it's not today, it's 50 years ago. So whenever you can make that connection between today and yesterday, that makes, I think for the general audience, that makes it a much more powerful story. So a female pilot from World War II who inspired pilots who are women in the military today, or something like that, might be one way of making it. Certainly, if you're inspiring the kids to become pilots, that's a great story too. So all these things about how the past connects with the present. That's how I sell history. When I'm selling it to other people who are as not fond of history as I am, I say that you study history in order to learn about the present, in order to understand how to deal with the present.
Does anyone else here think that they don't have any news stories with their agency or your organization? Thank you all very much for doing that, and I'm glad you spoke up. It's not, I think the spin kind of sounds like a bad word, but it's really all about, it's all about the spin. It's taking that story and knowing to whom you want to deliver it and what package. And that's going to make your job easier, because I know you guys all really want to support the nonprofit. It's your kuleana. It really is, but it's also your people with good hearts who want to do it.
The term in the business is the angle. What's the angle to the story? The story's homelessness. Well, what's the angle? So, don't use spin, use angle.
Don't you say I won't say it again. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. We've got a little bit of extra time, but we can mix and mingle, and you can go ahead. You guys are all going to stick around for a little while. Because last year when we did this, Kam was here, and I had never talked to him before, and came up and had a conversation with him, and great things have happened as a result of that relationship. So please do not let this opportunity pass you by.
And it's okay to email.
Yeah.